in the last episode, we actually defeated Moonlord. And with that, we basically concluded this playthrough of Terraria Hardcore World Elite Mastermode Skyblock. However, I haven't done all the events and all the bosses, so this episode I'm just going to do a little bit more farming and I'm going to do a couple more of the bosses. And then the playthrough will be entirely completed. So this is just a little bonus episode, just for fun, and I hope you will enjoy it. So, even though I killed Moonlord, I still prefer not dying in this world and on this character. So I do want to do some more preparing before I do the last few events. Make sure I have all the potions. And also here I quickly look at how much time it took me to kill Moonlord. It took me 83 hours to beat Moonlord in Skyblock on Hardcore World Elite, which I didn't end up having to do. But yeah, it took me quite some time. That's because I wanted to over-prepare everything just to make sure that I didn't die. And yeah. So here I just take a small moment to relax, since killing Moonlord was quite nerve-wracking to me. I just wanted to farm just for a second, gather my thoughts and think of what I need to do. I re-roll some of the gear Moonlord dropped and make some of the new armor. And I need a couple more fragments, I think especially solar tablet fragments for the solar armor, since that's more armor than the lethal armor. So I kill the pillars again. And this time it goes a little bit nicer, since I have the sword, the Moonlord sword that drops stars and that goes through walls. And also now that I have defeated Moonlord, I am going to fully use Ether here and basically get all the upgrades that I can from it. So you can put like your alchemy table in there to get an alchemy table that gives you a buff that increases your potion duration and a few other buffs. Now I finish up the last two pillars here. And I think I do this Moonlord speeded up, since it went pretty easily last time. I lose some health here and there, but I can use my potions and I feel quite safe. So I quickly did another Moonlord kill and let's see what I got. I got the Crystal Staff, which is a sort of summon. It's basically a sentry. What is this? Oh, it's a new whip. I didn't know this whip yet. Now I do have enough bars now, I believe, to make the full solar set. So I'll be even tankier. Sadly, I did not get the Meowmere, which I need for the next weapon. No Zenith Blade, so I am going to do Moonlord a couple more times, but at this point I think the fight is quite clear how I do it, so yeah, I'll probably do that a little bit sped up. So let's see, quickly stack everything. New weapon, where's the accessories? Oh, I don't want to die to full damage at this point. I'm just doing this so that I'm basically as strong as I can be for the last bosses and events. So there it is, I go from 139 to 144 armor, but also this one has a constant damage reduction buff, which is really nice. And it also lets me dash and everything, even though I already had the ninja gear, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna do the events another time, and then kill Moonlord a couple times for the Meowmere. So I do want to have the Zenith Blade for the events, since I want to get every upgrade I can, as always, and the Zenith Blade is the best weapon in the game, I believe. So I do need to do Moonlord a couple more times, since you need a couple of his swords to combine together with the Terra Blade and some other swords to make the Zenith Blade. So that means I do need to do the Celestial events again, and then Moonlord again, maybe even a couple times. So here I fight Moonlord again, but it goes quite easily at this point. So from this Moonlord kill I actually got the Meowmere, which means I have almost all the items for the... sorry, I'm blanking here. All the items for the Zenith Blade. There we are. So let's start gathering them and see what I miss. Let's hope I didn't lose my Terra Blade, but I'm sure it'll be in here somewhere. I also need the Flux Waver. I'm pretty sure that will be in Mars. Yes. I have the Star Wrath. Maybe I put it separately because it's such a big one. Yeah, I did. Okay, so Terra Blade, Meowmere, Star Wrath, Influx Waver. I still need the Horseman's Blade. I think that's from the event. And let's see the Seedler, where that is from. Plantera, I should have the Seedler. If not, I'll just quickly kill Plantera again. And then we still need the Star Fury. I think I got quite a few of them early on. I also need the Beekeeper. I think I can just craft that maybe. Ah, it's dropped by the Queen Bee. Okay. I do know that I need the Enchanted Sword. I believe I did not keep my original copper sword, sadly. There's the Beekeeper. Okay, so let's see if I can get the Seedler to drop real quick. I have a Plantera bulb here. I do not. I do have one here. Without buffs, this is actually hurting me quite a bit. I had to use buffs there, which I didn't expect. So... okay, I did not get the Seedler this time. So I'll just have to keep going for that. And then let's see what else. Copper short sword I should be able to make. So 2 more. Seedler and the Horseman's Blade. So I'll go for the Horseman's Blade next. Which means I need to do the Pumpkin Moon. See if I can craft the summon item. Maybe it is over here. What do I need? I need ectoplasm for this. Okay, so I've got some farming to do, so I'll do some farming and then get back to you once I do the event. Yeah, so at this point I'm really just gathering up the last few pieces of gear, last few accessories, etc. And getting the Zenith blade is of course the most important thing, and it's quite funny that I don't have the Pantera and B items and stuff, the earlier game swords, when I do have the late game swords. But yeah, in any case I'll just farm for a bit. And I should have it in no time. I think here I'm getting a couple more paladin shields, because I also want more armor, just maximizing it. Oh yeah, I want some ectoplasm, because I can't even spawn the next events yet, and ectoplasm spawns from ghosts. And the ghosts only spawn from mobs dying in the dungeon in front of unsafe dungeon bricks. So I needed to make the area where mobs die unsafe dungeon bricks as well, so that's why I changed that there, just so I could get ectoplasm, so I could spawn the events. So in this night I am going to do the pumpkin moon, of course, with all my potions and buffs. And the mob that I'm most scared of in this night is the pumpkin mob itself. It's a flying mob that goes through walls, and its hits hurt quite a bit. Now the way that the pumpkin moon and the Christmas moon work is that you get waves. And every time you kill a wave, the next wave comes. And so the faster you kill waves, the higher you get, and then each higher wave also gives you more mobs. And since I am trying to farm some items, I do want to get to a high wave, so I am going to try and kill the waves quickly. Now that does mean that it gets more dangerous quickly, if I kill the waves faster. Okay, so my health went down a little bit, but I am still fine. Okay, it's going down a bit more. Going to take a little more space and I'm fine again. So yeah, my health can go up and down real quick here, so I need to pay very close attention. Because there's also a lot happening, so I can hardly see anything on my screen. So yeah, we're at wave 11 and it's only been like 1.5 in-game hours. There's the first pumpkin, so I am going to go down for these, even though it does waste a bit of time. As you saw, I just took like a huge amount of damage there, just like 2 hits. So he can probably 3-shot me. Make sure I have all my buffs. Okay, dropping down. Yeah, so those hands really hurt a lot. Luckily he does die somewhat quickly and he drops health. Oh, these drop through the ground if I'm too low. That's good to know. Quickly grab this and then go up. So yeah, the Moonlord star floaty thing really helps me get around fast. Keep an eye on my health, keep an eye on my health. Still good, still good, still good. Okay, so I didn't need to go down. I didn't want to go down because I didn't want the trees falling through the roof. Okay, another one. Now my spawn point is now set to my safe house, so I can teleport out and be okay. Okay, so it seems like if I am below the floor, they fall down. Oh man, I think I'm going a little bit too quickly here. Make sure I rebuff up if I need to. Yeah, I'm going to quite high waves, so I'm going to get a lot of dangerous enemies here. I don't want to drop down so the trees don't fall through the floor. Let's see, still at 600 HP. Let's see how much the tree does. Okay, the tree hurts a lot. I'm going down a bit. Trying to rebuff up. Okay, so it seems like the tree hurts a lot when it gets close. Wave 17 is going decently here. I am basically only farming one item, so maybe I shouldn't go this crazy. 2 minutes on my buffs. Keep an eye on my health. Oh, tree is getting close. Be very careful of this. The tree died. Wave 19. Keep an eye on my health. Keep an eye on my health. No trees, so I'm good. Okay, there's a tree. I'm going to focus the tree. It seems like the trees are hurting a little bit more here. See, 30 seconds on my buffs. Oh, losing health. Health potion. Yeah, I looked away from my health for 1 second and I was already below half HP. I am really happy I have the frozen shield, so my health goes down slower when I'm below half HP. It gives me a little more chance to see my health. Should make a way better farm where I can stand above them and the trees cannot hit me at all. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and my buffs are down. And I rebuffed up. Going to need to do some fishing after this, I'm pretty sure. It's nice that I get the health every time one of these bosses dies. And I cannot use a health potion. Okay, I'm getting the health from the trees. Is it on time? It is on time. I think I'm at the point where I might have to flee here. Okay, health potion used, so I have my health potion on cooldown now. Still wave 20. I think wave 20 is the highest and you just go up in points at this stage. Okay, the trees are starting to shoot. Taking damage and I'm teleporting out. Okay, that was a little bit too scary for me. Now the question is, am I going to go back in there? Once I'm full HP, I'll go back in. I also have my pot cooldown back. I can always teleport out. 10 seconds on my potion, so I think I'm fine. I'll just go back to my spot quick. Okay, always focus the trees, it seems like. I'm getting the health from the tree. The tree coming. Try and get it down quick. Okay, my health seems fine. This is quite scary, but also fun. So you're just getting so much loot at this wave 20. Just keep an eye on the trees on the left here. I'm happy I changed my base to be a slightly easier base to farm these events. Even though it would be like 10 times better if I put a little more effort into it. Make a platform above. Okay, it's a little bit too much. Make a little platform above so I can stand there and kill the pumpkins there and the trees. I'm out of range of them then. Have them spawn below me and traps, that would be a lot better. Okay, still good on my health. So see, 1.5 hours on this night, and I probably don't need to rebuff. That means, yeah, I have 3 minutes on my buffs, and it's only 1.5 minutes on the night. Tree coming closer, almost missed this one. Tree inside of me, and tree is down. 2 more trees. Focus them down. They are shooting me, and that's down. Yeah, so the health that is dropping from these enemies is really helping me a lot. I'm glad I have these hot reach potions. Health going down. Tree is dead. Oh, my health dropped low there. Good thing below half HP I do lose health slower. Now I am keeping on my wings, which I could be a little bit tankier if I took them off. And I replaced them for the panic necklace, maybe that would have been better. Okay, half a minute to go. Okay, it's another one down. Still looking at my health. I think these mobs on screen are the last ones. Yeah. End of the night is over. And I'm good. Okay, quickly just drop them all in the Mars box, I guess. See if I didn't get any. I think I saw the sword there already. So let's see what I got. I did of course get the Horseman's Blade, which I was looking for. I'll immediately put it in the box. Now I only need the Seedler from Plantera. I have a separate box for this. And I did increase my jungle a little bit to farm that a little quicker. I also got the Jack-o'-lantern Bat Scepter. Is that from this? I have the dragon anyway. Scroll for extra minions. I think the spooky event Pumpkin Moon has quite a few. I don't want to summon. There's quite a few summon items that you can get. 44 morning woods and 45 pumpkins dead. Yeah, you can craft summoner armor from this as well. So I am going to farm some more potions, and I'm going to farm the Seedler, and then I will get back to you on the last few bosses. So I didn't quite like how I was underneath the mobs in that Halloween event. So for the Christmas event I do want to be above the enemies instead of below them. I also want some more potions since I'm slowly starting to run a little bit low, so I'm just doing some more fishing to get the various damage and crit potions from the Corruption Crimson, etc. And yeah, even though I have killed Moonlord, I will try and stay focused, and I'll keep using my potions, keep trying to pay attention. It would be nice to finish off the series with all the bosses and events dead. Making this corruption so I can fish. Slightly risky because in my fishing gear I have so little armor. The floaty swords go through walls. I don't want to accidentally somehow activate a mimic, so I think I even despawned my minions. I'm doing a lot of fishing here. So at this point I think I have enough of all the potions, so I make a surface hallowed area where the butterfly can spawn that I need to spawn the Empress of Light. Now I'm not going to fight Empress of Light during the day in this run, since I think that's a little bit too scary. But I do want to kill her as one of the bosses that are on the list. Make an underground or caverns mushroom area so I can get the shrimpy truffle to summon Duke Fishron, one of my favorite bosses in the game. And now I am making the area above my event farm for the Christmas event, since I want to stand above the enemies and not below them. I'm just making the box where I will stand above my farm, making it easy to teleport in and out by dashing into a teleporter with a pressure plate. When I dash to the left I want to be able to continue going to the left, so that's why I put the teleporter to my left. As I continue killing Planteras, since I still need the sword. Also waiting for shrimpy truffles. Now I'm just sleeping to make Plantera bulbs spawn, since I just need to do a lot of waiting until I get the sword. A lot of waiting for Plantera bulbs. Ignore the solar eclipse. Slightly dangerous, but it should be fine. Make this crimson so I can get some mimics. Just to get a couple of flesh knuckles for more armor. And now that I don't mind too much if I would die, I do make the shell phone, which allows you to teleport not only home but also to the beach, underworld, and spawn. However, I didn't craft it before because I didn't want to accidentally teleport to the wrong spot when I'm panicking. doing a lot of mimic farming. So the first mimic actually gave me flesh knuckles, but I wanted 2. And then it took me many more mimics before I finally got to 2 flesh knuckles. But again, I don't mind doing this too much since I'm waiting for Plantera bulbs anyway for the Zenith blade. And as I usually try to do, I keep improving my farm while farming. Just so it goes quicker and quicker the longer I do farm. I didn't want mobs spawning to the left, holding up spawn spots. There I actually accidentally teleport to Underworld instead of home. That's exactly what I was scared of before. Here I do end up getting some shrimpy truffles. I think I also catch one of the butterflies here. So that's 2 bosses ready to go. So, after farming for a long time and killing a lot of Planteras, I finally got the Seedler. Now this means that I think I have all my old parts to the Zenith Blade. I have them in a little separate box here. Now let's see, Zenith. There it is. Now this thing must be very expensive to reroll, but I'll still try. Because of course I would like legendary. Yeah, 57 gold per reroll. Now with the ring it's 46, and then I'll make myself lucky with the horseshoe. I think, yeah, I'm not using a luck potion, I'm just going to try it. Oh! There it is. My luck is high enough that I can get it quick. And now I have the Zenith Blade. Which means it is bossing time. So let's see what bosses I have set up here. I prepared most bosses, but I think first I'm going to do the Queen Slime, since this is probably the easiest boss out of the bosses that I have not done yet. I'm just going to do this one outside. And the main reason I wanted the Zenith Blade is because I am a little bit scared of the Frost event still. Since in the Frost event those mini bosses do quite a bit of damage. But yeah, let's just have some fun with some of the earlier bosses. I think I might need to be in Hallowed for this to spawn. It's not spawning so far. There it is. Had to be in Hallowed. So yeah, Queen Slime is sort of the hard mode version of King Slime. And she just does a bunch of slime damage. In the second phase she gets wings. And she just flies around with a bunch of slimes that do a lot of AoE and a lot of damage. So that is the Queen Slime done. Sparkling Slime Balloon. I think if you throw this in Shimmer you get another pet. So let's do that. I could make some Shimmer in my base, but there it is. A little pet slime. Okay. Now one of the bosses I still need to do, or sort of bosses, is the Blood Moon fishing. So yeah, once there's a Blood Moon I'll immediately do that. And I also have the Truffle Worm ready, so I can do Fishron. And I'll do Prismatic Last Wing at the start of a night, because I do not want to fight the Empress of Light during the day, even though it is an achievement and you get a good item from it. She is very difficult during the day. She becomes really strong, and it already is a bullet hell at night, and then during the day you actually have to dodge the bullets, otherwise you die. So yeah, next up I'll do the Duke Fishron. Now one thing that's fun about Duke Fishron is that it was my for a very long time my favorite boss, because the what's it called? Let's see. Oh yeah, the Razor Blade Typhoon was the first homing weapon that I ever saw in Terraria. And I thought that was so cool that on every run I did, I was just trying to do them as early as possible and really looking forward to killing Duke Fishron because that was my favorite weapon. I always went mage, and I loved going Razor Blade Typhoon and also getting the Spectre armor that heals allies. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do next. Duke Fishron. Just going through the list and finishing up the game at this point. For the Duke, I might want to actually get some more potion. Nah, I'm fine with these potions. Pretty sure I should be able to get them like this. Now I do of course need a spot to fish him out of the water. There it is. I might be using my master bait at this point, so I might have to switch that out. Oh, this is not going to work. It is way too small. Ah, and there it is. This is where I need to fish from. Oh. Yeah, it's getting quite late, but I wanted to get some of these bosses done. Yeah, I'm using my master bait. So yeah, it's getting quite late, so I'm making these little mistakes like closing my inventory even though I'm doing stuff from my inventory. Buffing up. So yeah, Duke Fishron does hurt quite a bit. And he flies after the player quite fast. He summons tornadoes from time to time, and then in the last phase he becomes semi-invisible and just charges at you real quick. Here, this is where he is semi-invisible. Actually using a health potion here. Now usually it's quite a hard fight, but that's because I like to do them early on when I'm with friends. Now I also love his bubble gun. It's just so much damage. He has a lot of fun weapons. Also a bow that does triple shot, which is also a lot of damage. So yeah, Duke is definitely one of my favorite bosses in the game. I just didn't want to do him because he is quite deadly and I don't want to take any chances in this hardcore run. I wanted to make sure that I got Moonlord first. And also the mount that he drops is also another flying mount and goes quite slow until you go into liquid. And it gets a speed buff for a bit. There you go, real fast. I think this is the fastest mount in the game for flying. Now, and I've had arenas where I have had like vertical lines of honey, and I would sit on this mount and just fly through the honey constantly, and you can outpace pretty much any boss. Those were some fun times. See, mounts. Weapons. Okay, so let's see what is next. Probably the prismatic lance sling. Well, this might actually be somewhat of a hard fight, so I will be using my potions for this. And then I only have to do the Blood Moon fishing event, the Christmas event, and the tower defense event. Not entirely sure what that one is called. Old One's Army, that's what it's called, yeah. But I'll do the events a little bit later. Just because I'm getting quite tired and I don't want to make mistakes there. Now this is not Zenith, so I can sadly not do the triple mechanical boss, since they added a boss that combines the 3 mechanical bosses into one big mechanical boss. Yeah, let's do Empress of Light. Just waiting for it to get dark and then I'll go out and do it. I have my potions. I will actually summon the dragon this time. And I'll even use the rainbow crystal staff. Yeah, this has been such a fun Terraria run again. I do prefer Terraria with friends, but this hardcore challenge is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And making these YouTube videos finally motivated me to do it, and also to actually pay attention and try hard. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And it's also nice that it's coming to a close. I think it feels like it was a satisfactory run, and I'm looking forward to doing other things now. I love this new Rod of Harmony. I hadn't really played around with Shimmer a lot, so all this Shimmer is quite new for me. Let's see, where do I have? I have a house to my right, so I can fight the Empress here. Could actually use the Duke mount, since I have this honey here, but I would have to make a bigger honey area. I think I'll miss these too easily, especially with the great speed of the mount. So yeah, buffing up. I'm doing this. Place this here. And I'll release the Lanceling. See how I do this. And there she comes. So yeah, this fight is more like a bullet hell instead of the standard Terraria fights. So you have to kind of dodge a bit. Yeah, this. I think it's quite a fun fight. It does feel a little bit out of place in Terraria in my feelings, but I mean it's enjoyable, so why not? In the late game I don't think it's too bad that it's a little bit out of place, since I mean you know the game, so it's nice to have something different for a bit. I'm not doing damage here on purpose because I just want to play the fight just a little bit. Oh, I didn't even swap out my armor. Yeah, that's why it's dangerous to play this late at night. Hey. Well, I accidentally switched the cell phone. This is why I didn't craft the cell phone earlier, because I make these mistakes where I teleport to the wrong spot. So yeah, these were the last few bosses, and now I just need the events. And I'll be doing that probably tomorrow, but then real life tomorrow. I'll place down the trophies as the last thing. I've gotten like my boss trophies up here, except for Wall of Flesh, which is in my fishing base, and then the event bosses downstairs. Yeah, anyway, I gotta go. So yeah, at this point that is all the normal bosses down, except of course the Zenith bosses like the Boulder Lord, Moon Lord with some changes, and also the mechanical bosses combined that you can fight in Zenith. And also I did not do Empress of Light during the day. But out of all the normal Mastermode bosses, that's all of them down. So now it's only the Frost event still to go, and also the Old Man's Army that I need to do. So first up I want to do the Frost Moon here. And I want to do it with some traps just to see if I can get some slightly higher score. But I'm not going for the actual high score, of course. Or my actual high score. I just want to do it safely, but still try and get a little bit deeper into it. So just using some of the golem traps here. Sadly did not get the bouncy balls. I love those, but just didn't get them, even though I did quite a few golems. And I stagger these spears out so they go out every other tick. Let's see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I am going to farm a couple more golems, see if I do get the bouncy balls. Spoiler alert, I don't, but I do get a bunch of darts. I'll do some fun stuff with the darts. And let's see, with the Zenith Blade, of course, it should be quite easy to get at least to wave 15, and then it's all about surviving. But I should be fine in the little base I have on the top there. Yeah, with the Zenith Blade these melt, of course. Some inventory sorting, since you get quite a bit of loot. To make like a solid wall of dart traps and put them to the background with actuators, then remove the actuators. Give them each different colors, and I try to do it semi-randomly since I think that looks better for the dart traps. So this bullet hell beneath me, where the mobs are. So at this point I feel ready for the Frost Moon. Now this event is, I think, the event that I'm most scared of in the game, because there's quite a bit of damage from both the trees and the Santas that are on the ground, as well as the flying mobs on in the air. Let's see the names real quick here. Yeah, so the Everscream and the Santa NK1s are on the ground. They do a lot of damage, and the Ice Queen flies and goes through walls in the sky, so that does a lot of damage as well. Now what I've set up is I'm going to do it in the same arena as my Pumpkin Moon. And I have a bunch of dart traps on the sides. I've tried to make them look a little bit random because I think that's fun. They're going to do some damage. I have some of the spears in the middle here. That is going to do some damage. And I have these chests wired up to a timer, and they will automatically pick up items. That way I don't need my magnet. And then also on the top here, this is where I will sit. Above my arena I have all my various buffs. And I feel quite safe here. And this is where I will sit. I've made sure that no mobs can spawn above me. And they can only come basically from the left, or they can spawn right below me. And I will be using my Zenith Blade to kill the Ice Queens. I've made a little teleporter so I can go down here, but I shouldn't need to because the items will be picked up here through the conveyor belts. So yeah, I'm just going to get all my buffs. And I think then I am ready to do the Frost Moon. Sadly, I didn't get the bouncy balls for the traps, because I think they are really fun and do a lot of damage. And I could make some boulder traps. They do a lot of damage to mobs. I think that's a little bit too much effort, and also especially a little bit too dangerous to do, because boulders still kill me, I think, or almost kill me. So what I will do is I will go set my spawn point far away again. Make sure that the nurse is there. Yeah, the nurse is here. Let's see if the Dryad is in the right place. So if I flee to my arena, the Dryad will be here. I might put the Dryad upstairs, I'm not sure. I think I have time to move the Dryad up here. So I'll quickly do that and then start the Frost Moon as soon as it is night. So I need to do this quick. See, get this. There. And let's see, get two platforms. This is going to count as her door. Get a workbench and a chair set up, torch, and this should count towards her house. So as soon as it's night, I'll teleport down and teleport back up. I'll have the Dryad here for some extra armor, and I should be good. Anything else? I have my buffs. I'll summon this down here. I will be summoning my minion after I get my buffs. I'll go out of range of the Dryad so she teleports. 4, 3, 2, 1. There, buff up. Summon my minion, go up here. And it's time for the Frost Moon. So I'm going through the first few waves quite fast. Not as fast as with the Pumpkin Moon, because the enemies are spawning in more spots than last time. Since I am up here, they can spawn basically from all the way to the right to all the way to the left underneath me. But I do prefer being here just so I have a little bit more distance between me and the Everscreens and the Santa MK1s. But it's going nicely. Wave 8, wave 9. My buffs last for the shortest 4 minutes, it seems. Okay, I am taking some damage here from below. Okay, there's the first Ice Queen. Ice Queen is doing some damage to me. I can go down to get those hearts, but I think I should be fine here. I did forget to switch to get my heart lanterns. I would have liked them here, and also the slime statue. So that could heal me quite a bit. But as I'm killing these Ice Queens, and especially during the later stages, I will be getting a lot more hearts. So apparently I can freeze. Maybe I should have gotten the anti-freeze accessory. I did not know that freezing was a thing. A little bit scary, but yeah, I should get the frost damage reduction buff. See, I also want this for extra armor. Okay, so the Dryad is dead. That's lost me a little bit of armor. Just should be picking up a lot of the loot. Just press B just in case. Yeah, okay, so the Ice Queens are definitely the most scary here. Oh, I'm still wearing my coin ring. That is really bad. I should be paying a lot more attention to my accessories. I am using a health potion here. Okay, so these presents go through walls. I must pay attention to that as well. Always focus the ice queens. Okay, good. That one died close to me, so I got the hearts. Keep pressing B. If I do go beneath half HP, I might teleport back here. Getting the... Okay, that's close enough. Yeah, I got the hearts. Good. Wave 17. I would like to hit waves 20. I'm not going for a high score, but it is always nice to at least hit that wave 20, which is the highest wave you can hit, and then your score just goes up. Okay, so wave 18. Focus the ice screens. Good. Good stuff, good stuff. See, 1 minute on some of my buffs. I should pay attention to that. Yeah, I really should have had the warmth potion. That way I take less cold damage, and I think I can also not get frozen. Okay, let's pay attention to the presents. Let's dodge this one present here. At wave 19, so I almost hit wave 20 at 12 PM. That's pretty good, I think. 20 seconds on my buffs. Frozen again. This one's close for the hearts, that's nice. Some of my buffs are starting to fall off, I believe. Let's rebuff up immediately. And there it is, I am in wave 20, so now I just get infinite waves. And it's all about killing as many enemies as I can. Let's get the honey buff again. Some of my buffs are falling off again, so I will be reapplying them. I'm using a health potion here. And I am teleporting out for a second. So I did not change my bed, which is bad, of course. Okay. Set my bed here. Heal at the nurse. Okay, so that could have gone really bad. I wasn't able to fly because I'm not wearing my wings. Okay, so I'm going to try and craft a potion here. I want to have my wings, so I'm fast. I'm just going to go here, click this, warmth, and immediately drink a warmth potion. And I am going to go back into my house here and swap out the wings. Okay, good. I now have a warmth potion. Okay, I can still be frozen, it seems. Pressing B again. A lot of presents falling on me. So I can still get frozen. That sucks. This frozen debuff really hurts me. I might teleport back home. Okay, if I can kill this ice queen, I should be good. Especially if she dies close. Yeah, okay, I got the health. 3 AM. Health is full currently, and I do still have the honey buff for a couple seconds. I'll reapply it here. Okay, so I also have hearts above me, so if I grapple the ceiling, I got some hearts if I need to. 3000 points is pretty bad, but it's fine as long as I survive. Press B in case I can reapply some buffs. The prism is still active, the prism item beneath me. Not sure if I need to resummon the third part of my dragon. I will try. I will resummon this so I don't have to do it in a hectic moment. Okay, I'm regenning, this is fine. I have the right accessories on. 2 of these are scary because I can get stun locked. I can just get frozen, but I got them. 6,000 points is nice. Okay, just keep my focus, don't lose focus here. Still die. Okay, almost half HP. I'm taking a lot less damage, I believe, from the warmth potion. Good to know that the warmth potion is important for this event. See how much the queen hits me for. 20 now, and it was 40 before, I believe. That's a big difference. It's like half. Well, 40 to 20 is half, but I don't know if it's precisely correct. Let's just get the honey buff again. 4 AM, a couple more seconds. And I won't hit the 10,000 points, but I'm happy with this. I survived, I got a lot of loot probably. Let's see, I might actually hit the 10,000 points here. If I kill one of these everscreens. Ah, I didn't. Okay. That was awesome. Make sure all the enemies are dead. Okay, make sure I don't die to full damage, of course. And let's see what loot I got. Turn the traps off so I don't trap myself to death. Okay, it seems like the chests did their work. Awesome. I like this chest thing. Ah, it also picks up gold, that's good. So let's at least put the trophies down. And Everscreen Relic. And Santa NK1. I'm just gonna try and press loot all on every chest. I'm not probably going to my void bag, but that's fine. Okay, I was able to loot everything. So let's see what I got. So deposit all for now, sort items. We got the Christmas tree swords, North Pole. I kind of like them, but not too much. I like the range on this. Razor Pine, I did really like this as a mage because it does quite a lot of damage close range. Snowman Cannon, not my favorite. Elf Meter, I think this is like a flamethrower. Yeah. Oh, it looks cool. I think they changed the animation. Chain gun, real good gun. Might actually be better. Oh no, it's not better than the Vortex Beater, of course. And some wings, some hooks, some vanity items. So yeah, that was the Christmas event. I'm going to sort out my inventory. I'm going to make a farm for the Old Man's Army, and then I'm going to do the Old Man's Army. Now the thing about the Old Man's Army is you need a flat surface to be able to spawn it, but then you can change it with actuators after. So I'm going to make a farm like that. Now I made this old man's army arena, and the way that I hope this works is that this Eternia crystal holder is on a flat platform, allowing the portals to spawn at each side. And then once the event starts, I press the button. The eternal crystal is defended by these walls. The mobs fall down, and they will fall down onto the teleporter, putting them into a killing box above me. Now I could also move all my traps and my heart lanterns, but it's just a little bit too much effort, and I'm just going to do it with my Zenith sword. But in a sense I have not completely optimized this arena. And also I'm not quite sure if I have the right dimensions yet, so I'm going to try and spawn it once it's day. And if I need to adjust something, I'll adjust it. It might need to be slightly wider, I believe. But I will see soon enough here. I have my Eternia crystal ready. And I am going to be using my other defensive accessories. I also want all my buffs, so I'm just going to go back to base real quick, get my buffs ready, and then hopefully kill Betsy the dragon. Let's quickly get rid of these, loot all. Yep. Don't even have my food buff up at the moment. Do I have more food? I think I have milkshake. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm really getting close to the end now. So 3 AM, almost day. And I want to do it during the day purely for visibility. Hey, it was wearing a Christmas outfit. While we wait, I might as well make it a little bit wider to make sure that the dimensions are correct. I am also putting a ceiling on here because there are flying mobs, and I just want the flying mobs to be in a position where I can easily kill and find them, that they're not just flying around in the world. And I could also make a little ramp that the flying mobs go into the killing box as well, but again, I'm at the point where I think I should be fine, and I'm just rounding off the game at this point, just doing the last few events and bosses. I will despawn these enemies just before I start the event. Actually want some chests here. Because there is some loot that drops, I believe, so I'll just get 2 chests. Okay, so yeah, it's almost day. First I'm going to see if it spawns, and then I'm going to do my buffs. Okay, so Devon keep mentioning a large flat open area, rejects this area. So it might need to be a little bit lower or something. Just going to look at the dimensions real quick. So it needs 10 tiles up, 60 tiles sideways, so I will have to move it down just a little bit. So I'm going to do that. So I quickly adjusted it. I just put the Eternia crystal a little bit down. Still have the same actuator situation where I can swap out these floors. I'm gonna see if it works now. Okay, so buff up, get my minion and everything ready. I'm going to go in here, put it like this. So where's the enemies? Let's see. Oh, I didn't want that to happen. So let's see, these things seem to be able to walk on actuated blocks. Okay, I see, I have to survive for a minute, or at least for the timer here, before the next wave starts. And I think I can, in between, grab the loot here. Should have done this with, what are they called? Conveyor belts. Might swap out after wave 2. Yeah, it would have been nice to have conveyor belts. So, let's grab them already. Pop, pop. Oh. What just happened? Oh yeah, and you have 8. Conveyor belt clockwise. To make sure I don't accidentally kill the Terraria crystal here. Okay, I cannot replace blocks during the event, it seems. Which is fine. Also slightly expected with an event like this. So yeah, this is one of the crossover events. You basically just have to defend this crystal here. And you have... let's see how many waves. You just have a bunch of waves ending in a dragon trying to attack it. And usually you cannot... and to be able to spawn the event, it requires an open space. That way it's a real tower defense. You get a lot of like sentry turrets that you can place down from this event. The idea is that it's a tower defense, but you can also do it differently with actuators. Kind of cheat the system a little bit. I haven't got my best accessories on, but I think this is fine, and I do like the magnet when I have a bunch of loot laying around. I don't remember these ghosts being able to walk over actuated blocks, or at least hover on the same height. Yeah, it has 7 waves. So the next one. Now the minimum horizontal distance is 60 sideways, but if you place it longer than the portals spawn further away, so I should have actually measured and only done 60 blocks, that way the enemies spawn a little bit closer and I can kill them a little bit quicker. Would have been nice. This is what I mean, like having this ceiling for the flying mobs I really like, so they don't like fly all the way up and kind of lose them out of sight. See, 13 seconds. I am going to quickly loot here. Why not? Might as well. Wave 5, I think now we are going to see ogres. Oh yeah, you cannot place blocks during the event. I keep forgetting. Oh, max number of sentries. I thought it was minions for a second. Ah, there's an ogre. So of course having the best weapon in the game, or at least I believe this is the strongest, even stronger than the weapon that Empress of Light drops during the day. That really helps with this event, of course. I mean, that pretty much makes it trivial. Usually you do this event before Moonlord, because it drops really good armor. But because this was a hardcore run, I didn't want to do anything I didn't need to before Moonlord, since Moonlord was really my goal in this run. And some of these mobs do hurt if you don't, if you do the event a little bit earlier. Especially Betsy at the end hurts quite a bit and you can die. Yeah, so the teleporters also do not really seem to be doing anything, so I don't know what that's about. I guess they foolproofed this event a little bit more. Ooh, Eternia Crystal almost took a damage there from that little bug. Okay, almost wave 7, which is the last. Took about 5-6 minutes. And this is where Betsy should spawn. There she is. Yeah, so now my Eternia Crystal is taking damage. Oh, I didn't even use my potions, I believe. Oh, I did all the way at the beginning. And there it is, Old One's army is defeated. Now I just go around and loot the trophies, etc. Yeah, I do have the Betsy relic, awesome. So that's how I usually do Old One's army. I prepare a little bit, usually more with like traps, etc. at the sides. But yeah, since I'm this late in the game, I don't think that is very needed. Now the only thing left, I think, is fishing during a blood moon. And then the series will be over. Where is Betsy? Here's Betsy. Dark Mage relic, and I believe I have the Ogre relic in here. No, here it is, Ogre relic. So yeah, I'm just going to prepare for blood moon fishing and then speed up time until I get a blood moon. Also use the sundial, and I'll make a moon dial. Moon dial speeds up to night. So yeah, I'll get back to you. So I guess I'm dumb. I forgot that you can just spawn the blood moon using a bloody tear. So in this next night I will be spawning the blood moon. I don't want to fight the clowns on the surface. So what I'll do is I'll just fish here in the bottom of my base and fight the mobs that come out in my arena. Let's see, do I want to swap out my accessories? I think I'm good. I mean, I might as well just sit on my mount. I do like my magnet just in case loot drops, and don't really want to run after it. So I have my fishing rod equipped, I have all my potions ready. And yes, I will be using my potions even though this is only a blood moon. In hardcore I just never want to take any chances in any situation. And you'll see I'll get a natural one. Ah, I didn't. Okay. So, blood moon is rising and I'll start fishing and see what I get out. I'm going to summon my crystals here. I can now get 2 because of the Old One's army. No, I'm not doing this with my fishing gear. I think I have enough master bait that losing a couple isn't too bad. For my 694. So far not really getting anything special here. I'm pretty sure this should just work and I should get enemies. I'll just keep fishing for a little bit and see what happens. See, it is a blood moon. Because what I'm looking for is one of the 4 bosses. I kind of want to do all 4. There's also some mobs and I think a slime that I can fish up here. Okay, that's one of the mobs. That's one of the pre-hard mode mobs. That one died quick. The wandering eye fish. Okay, so I am getting mobs, which is good to know. Let's continue fishing. Okay, another wandering eye fish. That's not one of the mobs that I'm really interested in. Okay, that's one of the hard mode bosses. So with the Zenith Blade it died quickly. No trophy it seems. That was the bloody eel. And there's also the hammer goblin shark. Oh no, Hemo Goblin Shark. And the Blood Squid and the Dread Nautilus. Oh, I got the slime. Oh, this is the last down slime I haven't had yet. So I'm not at 100% achievements just yet. I still need a couple. But mainly filling up the bestiary and getting half items in journey mode is just going to take a long time, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go for those achievements. I do like going for completionism, but in Terraria I already had 100% in the past, and going for it again feels a little bit tedious. But I'm sure one day in the future I'll do another run and I'll try to complete the last few achievements. Yeah, so I think actually this will bring the series to an end. This long bonus episode. I didn't think it would take so long to do the last few bosses. It was a lot of fun. I didn't expect that I would get this far. But I think the fact that you can really make the world safe in Skyblock, in a sense safe, helps a lot, and especially if you take your time and you don't try an AFK farm or anything. I think it's pretty doable getting this on Mastermode. Now it took me a long time getting here. I farmed a huge amount and I really tried to get every upgrade I could in the safest way possible as soon as I could. And if I do a Zenith run one day, I would want to do it in the same way, and so it would take probably even more time. And I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. I also have a lot of other things that I just need to do. So I think for now this will be my little Terraria arc, and I'll get back to some other games. Also editing these Terraria videos take a long time. Takes a long time because I have so much footage that I have to speed up to ×16 speed and filter out the good parts. I think it'll be nice to not have to... Ah, there's the Dread Nautilus. I'm just not going to use my sword for a bit to see what he does. So yeah, I'm not going to do Terraria for a bit, and I think it's going to feel nice that I don't have to edit Terraria for at least some time. It'll free up a lot of time in my day. Ah, and the squids spawn out of that, it seems. See, did it have a trophy? I don't think so. So yeah, if you somehow watched this entire series, you're crazy. It was so much content and it took so long, but I do appreciate it a lot. Chum buckets increases fishing power, but I do really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, if you haven't played Terraria before, I really recommend it. I do recommend a normal world and not Skyblock. And if you have played Terraria and you haven't tried Skyblock out yet, and you like farming and idle games, then also I recommend playing Skyblock someday. So thank you so much for watching.